Deuteronomy 6:12 says, "Take care lest you forget the Lord who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery." A friend of mine jokingly told me of a new GPS. He said, not only does it give precise directions, it reminds me why I went there in the first place. While some of us might benefit from that type of navigation system, not all forgetfulness results from old age. Just ask any parent whose child has not been known to say more than once, "Sorry, Mom, I forgot." Despite our age, we tend to forget. That's certainly the case with the Israelites, who continually forgot to keep God's commandments. But the question is why? Why do we forget? Psychologists suggest two primary reasons. One is that we store information in our memory, still we can't remember it when we get to a point where we need that information. But then later on, we recall the information. Man, that reminds me of my exams that I took in seminary. The second reason is that human memory forgets information permanently over time. Physical traces of our memory disappear. But what about our spiritual forgetfulness? Israel's propensity to forget God wasn't just psychological or mental. Psalm 78 offers historical clarity on Israel's relationship with God. And the reasons they forget are they fail to remember God's goodness. They insist that God provide for their wishes above God's desires. They serve God when it's convenient for them. As John Rittenbaugh suggests, they play moral hide and seek with God, which is hypocrisy. They replace God with idols. Does it seem that the Israelites are not the only ones with memory loss? I'm not nearly as forgetful when I recall God's goodness, prioritize God's desires above mine, discover that obedience is more beneficial than convenience, and when I clean out the idols in my life to make room for God. I pray you will have a blessed week.